207.80 up. Let's go really low on this one just to give you some room. 207.2. Okay. But if you look at the trend, right, of what's been happening with NVIDIA, if you take your overall trend, it's been to the upside, leading up to, I always talk about this, always leads up to earnings, but typically it's buy the rumor, sell the news. So you've got to be extremely careful. Yeah, see, and that though is exactly why I like for traders to use Apple, right? Because it isn't that much volatility. You know what I mean? You could have 100 contracts at Apple, but it moved a penny. There's $100. You have 100 contracts at NVIDIA and it moves like that, right? That's 5,000. It's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Let's make it rain.
Join American Dream Trading's live trading weekdays, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard. Welcome to the Aftermarket. American Dream Trading. You have entered the Aftermarket. AmericanDreamTrading.com. Welcome. You are now in the Aftermarket. Shout out to David Giannis. I got so engrossed in the workshop class that's going on right now over at American Dream Trading that I'm like, wait a minute, I got to do the Aftermarket. So I had to get out of there. And I left at 5:30, so I'm running a little bit behind. I apologize. But it was a very good class, and it still is. I think it may still be going on. But I got to be with you guys. I got to get over here to the Aftermarket. Hey, welcome to American Dream Trading's The Aftermarket live chat and watch party. I'm your host, J&J Biddy Reacts, aka Dawn. And American Dream Trading is the best place to get your stock market education training. We have a workshop class going on right now by one of the moderators in our organization, who has learned our mentor and coach's teaching so well that he is now tasked with teaching all of us how to do these strategies along with coach. He helps coach out. So he does one-on-ones, he does workshop classes. We all pitch in to try to help people helping people. That's what we do. We all learn coach's strategies together. Okay. He teaches us, and then we continue to teach each other, which is why the Aftermarket was created, so that we can continue to learn. It's kind of like a study hall after school's over with. You know what I mean? So it's a place for us to not only study, but just kick back, let our hair down, and talk about our day trading in the market after the fact. So welcome, welcome, welcome. I see you guys down there in the chat. And those of you that do not have VIP memberships, that could be why you're there, or you decided to come hang out with me. And if you did, thank you. But thank you so much. Was that Miranda? Because I can't tell. Both of them are unbelievable. Let's see. That was Miranda that put the links up. Miranda, thank you, baby girl. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. You and Arlo just never cease to amaze me. You're always on top of everything. Thank you. Yes. So this is what did we did our 200th episode last Tuesday, and here we are already passed at the next Thursday, 207. Before you know it, it'll be 300. But speaking of which, next Thursday, right? Next Thursday is the 2-year anniversary of American Dream Trading's first live broadcast. Yes, it is. We're going to be here celebrating with Coach. It's going to be an amazing day. I want you all to be there. We're going to have an amazing time. We're probably going to shed a few tears and have some laughs and just enjoy each other. It's been 2 years, guys. Can you believe that we've been together all that time? Yeah. You know, making money, some of us losing money, some of us making money, but it all comes together to form American Dream Trading. And the people that are making money reach out and help the people that aren't as successful so that everybody has a chance to be successful. It's one of the things I love about this group. So, Coach, thank you. Coach is Chad W. Christian. He's a 32-year stock market vet, and he has created an amazing family over here at American Dream Trading. He is the only coach that actually has a live mic. Okay, the only one that actually teaches his students live online, right there on YouTube, right there on TikTok, right there on Facebook, right there on Twitch, right there on X. You can see him coach us live, and he's got an interactive Zoom call going where he has an open mic. No one else is doing that. So if we have a question and we're in the middle of a trade, hey, Coach, I'm looking at these candles here. I'm not quite understanding what I'm seeing. Okay, well, this is what's he will coach you. He coaches us directly. You don't have that. Everybody else basically trades themselves and you're watching them. He actually forgoes his trading and coaches us from the bell open on. And the cool thing is he's taught us how to get in trades, out of trades, and everything in between. We don't chase call outs. If somebody calls something else, the first thing our group does is goes and looks at that stock and charts it out. We don't just jump into chasing shiny pennies just because somebody said, hey, this ticker is running. We go chart it out, make sure there's no double tops, make sure it's no double bottoms, make sure that there's no areas of support and resistance that we're going to run into and cause the trade to reverse on us. We're taught the right way, right? Okay, we're taught about breaking holds. Okay, we're taught about wait until it breaks this level. Have patience. Wait until it breaks this level because it's a critical level. It's been here 100 times before and it hasn't made it. If you trade it now, you're probably going to get caught up in a reversal. We're taught things like that. So I had no experience trading when I came to this group 1.5 years ago. Now I consider myself a day trader. I wouldn't say expert, but I know what I'm doing. Okay. I make money every day. I know what I'm doing. So thank you, Coach, for doing that for us and making sure that we take care of each other. And thank you for letting us hang out on your YouTube channel afterwards. All right. So I have rattled on enough. Listen, there are 3 links located. Is that James? James L is in backstage. Who's going to join him, guys? We have 3 links that are located down there in the live chat description. One is AmericanDreamTrading.com. You want to join this group? I know you do. If you want to join, click that link. Okay, click that link and get signed up with the VIP Gold. Okay, the VIP Gold Complete, because that's going to give you the regular VIP program plus the add-on all under one umbrella instead of buying them separately and paying more money. And if you do that today, Coach will take $1,000 off. Just use promo code SUMMER1000 and you'll get $1,000 off. So go get set up. You'll be able to go into those workshop classes like the one I just left. You'll be allowed to go to Coach's mastermind classes for free. You don't have to pay extra. You can use the trading view indicators that we have that basically help you navigate your way through trades. I mean, everything. Weekend training we get in here. We are addicted to making sure that we master the process over here, period. So we have daily breakout sessions, weekend sessions, monthly sessions, you name it. All right. So if you want all of that, go over to AmericanDreamTrading.com, get signed up right away and use the promo code SUMMER1000 and tell them J&J Video sent you. Okay. Okay. The second link is the Restream link. Come on up here on the panel. Come talk to us. Come tell us how you did. If you're brand new, come talk to us about your day, Brandon Cozy. Come talk to us. Come let us know what strategies you're using, what's working, what's not working, if you have questions so we can help. Okay? That's what we're here for. And the third is yours truly's tip jar. All right? I forgot to put the thank you down now. I was typing it out and so fast, but I always like to put a thank you. If you donate to the tip jar, thank you very much. If you don't, I understand. It's on no. So if you think I'm doing a good job, throw $2-3 in there times all of you. That really adds up for me, and that helps me pay my bill. So thank you guys so much. I do. I appreciate it more than you know. All right, so let's get it started. Trading with personality. What do I mean by that? Do I mean, oh, I'm a model. I'm going to go ahead and... No, that's not what I mean. Let's bring James L in and let's talk about it. Let's see here. James.
Miss Dawn? How you doing, hon?
How are you? I'm good. How you doing?
Oh, it's been a day. It's been a day.
It? Uh-oh.
Let's talk about personality.
Yep.
About what was it? 10, right around 10 o'clock this morning when SPY started dropping.
Yeah.
Oh, I was ready to murder.
Wasn't a pretty picture.
And I don't look that bad in orange, so I'm
No, you didn't. No, you did not say that. Yeah.
I've been fighting with my internet connection all day.
Wow.
All day.
Yeah. Yeah. SPY. SPY. Oh man. Yeah. SPY was. It was a crazy day. You know what I was in. And
what?
You know, I made a couple dollars. IWM as usual.
Yeah. Now I started out, I seen NVIDIA was dropping, and why am I sitting there holding this and just going to watch it go red when I still had a little bit of profit? I'll sell my shares, see how far it drops, and buy back in.
Right.
I was still up, I think, like $4 or $5 on it. And then Coach started talking about SPY, and I was watching IWM on another screen, and I put my sell order in for those shares and was contemplating a couple of contracts on SPY. I know I'm not supposed to, but I was contemplating it, and the whole system just froze up. My computer flickered.
Oh,
okay, that's fine. I'll go to my phone.
Okay.
Webull was locked up on my phone. It wouldn't let me do anything on my phone. Okay,
wow.
Phone's connected to Wi-Fi. Let's turn the Wi-Fi off, restart the app. Still wouldn't do nothing. I had to restart my computer, restart my phone. The NVIDIA shares never sold. Luckily, I didn't click buy on anything else. So that's all I had to worry about. But it ended up putting me down like $30.
Wow.
But I did make 20. I made 25 of it back. So
okay.
Not too bad, but it's been. I've been in and out of the Zoom all day because it goes for 10, 15 minutes and then it just clicks for a second.
What do you
just
have,
a second.
bad weather over there or what?
Not really, but it's Spectrum service. So I can't just say it's Spectrum service because my phone's on Verizon and it's been glitchy all day too.
Wow, how weird is that?
Well, Verizon is not a surprise, but Spectrum, I haven't really had any issues with them.
Wow.
So I had that tech out here Tuesday.
James, I'm sorry, man. That was a tough break, especially for both of them to go out on you at the same time. Wow.
Well, it happens, but it could have been a lot worse.
Yeah.
I could have clicked buy on. I could have clicked buy on multiple contracts and not been able to do anything with it, not even see where it's going or what it's doing.
Yeah. Crazy.
And that's a bad situation. But
yeah, because you can get caught in a trade and that's not pretty, especially if it's not going your way.
Oh,
wow. And what's up, girl? You hear this?
That's nuts.
Yeah. I would be pulling my hair out. I'd be pulling every dread I had out. So, but at least you made 25 of it back. You know what I mean? You recouped most of it. So, But that was crazy.
Which
let's just chalk this one up.
That brings up a good question and coaches rules. And I don't know if I'm looking for an excuse or found a loophole, a technicality. But the rules are the rules. So, okay, Tuesday was a red day for me. I didn't trade anything. It was just the shares. I didn't even really turn anything on because I was dealing with the cable tech all day.
Mm-hmm.
Wednesday, I fell asleep at my desk, so I didn't trade anything.
Right.
Shares ended up a red day. Okay, today I traded, and I'm down $5. Technically, that's 3 days red, but 2 of those I didn't trade. So,
well, I mean, here's the thing, right? Technically, let me find my little thumbnail for you. Let me find my little thumbnail. Technically, you're not this guy, okay? Because you didn't trade 2 of the days. This is actually active trading and having stuff go against you and holding on to stuff too long and all of that good stuff. You causing the red day. There were variables out of your control there. So we're going to let it slide. We're going to give you a pass and say, yes, if you need to trade tomorrow, then go ahead and do it, because technically those weren't 3 trading days back to back where you continuously lost money ridiculously and just want to keep beating your head against the wall. You didn't do that. So I give him, I don't know. What do you think, Ange? I give him a pass.
well, and I was up. I was green like $12 in the pre-market. So
Yeah.
I was doing great in the pre-market until I started having internet issues.
Right. Now, see, that's out of your control. You can't do anything about that. So I give you a pass. I don't know what our latest moderator has to say about it.
Moderator.
How about that?
I like the moderator.
Yes, you heard that. Oh my God,
that's good. I like that. We'll start calling y'all moderators.
Moderator. I don't know where that came from. It just slipped out. Slip of the tongue. But yeah, man. Ange, how'd you do today? As if I don't know.
I did very well. Thank you for asking.
Yes,
and I'm still doing well because I'm still trading. Jesus.
What are you in? Let's look at it.
Well, I've been in serve. So by which I mean I've been in and out of stuff in Aftermarket. Serve, BFI. I did a run.
You just cannot stop.
That's when my mind is the most quiet.
When you're trading?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
No, what? Oh, look at this. Look at this, James. Oh my goodness. Come on. Cursor thingy. I mean, damn it, I don't have any buying power in Webull either. Or Robinhood. Yeah. Look at that. Serve is beautiful.
Yeah. It's a great time.
I guess so. You guys said in the chat, you see this? This is a beautiful trade. Whether you're a scalper or an EWO, this is a beautiful trade. Look, it's way above VWAP. I mean, things are just cooking here. How many days now has Serve run? 3?
Since Thursday, since last week, Thursday Aftermarket.
Oh my God. This thing is a monster. Look at that. Just look at that. Look at that. I mean, is there any red in sight? Come on.
Mm-hmm.
This is crazy. Other than the pre-market color. Come on. Unbelievable.
I'm telling you, if God ever graces me the opportunity to be a full-time trader, which I'm sure that will happen in
I can't believe
time.
You said if.
I'm telling you, I want to have like these big obnoxious screens so that I can have all of these charts that I follow because I flip through them so much.
Yes.
And just catch and not catch them all, right? Because it's impossible, but to have
you need a cockpit.
of being able to see it, because I love charts, man. I love it.
You're a financial analyst. Of course you love charts. Look at you.
It's just
one of the reasons I mean, that just caters to. Okay, so listen, I'm glad you said this. Look, we lost James, internet. This is why the topic of today's conversation is trade with personality. And people may misconstrue it as, trade with personality. No, that's not what I'm talking about. What I mean is we all have personality traits that either hinder us or serve us. You like the pun?
Got it.
That serve us while trading and just a financial analyst.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Could you ask for an even better?
And it's such an interesting thing too, right? Because it's a skill that's acquired, and I spent so long like failing at it, and and I've talked about it before that I have failed at a lot of things in my lifetime. And it's a damn miracle, I feel like, that this came to me very quickly. And so I'm grateful for that, right? But there's so much that goes into just watching all this. But like I told you, like when I'm looking at this, I literally am not thinking. It's literally the quietest my mind gets. And I find, then I got in my headspace a little bit yesterday where I thought, man, am I overdoing it? But man, it's the only time where I'm like,
we mean overtrading, or
like, do I really need to keep going? Like, is it really necessary that I just look to see how big I can get that number?
I mean, hell no. If you feel like that's what you want to do, then do it, because you will certainly have days where something may happen where it doesn't necessarily go. So when you're riding that train, ride it.
Right. And so I got in my head yesterday a little bit with it, because I'm like, and this was after, and this is where I said, like, when I am trading, I am focused. I am watching the L2. I'm watching the chart. I'm paying attention to the volume. So I'm paying attention to all these factors, and it does not allow me to pay attention to anything else. No thoughts, no nothing. It's just purely me and my Webull, right? Or Trading View. But then the minute it all like shuts down, right, and it's time to like get out of that zone, more stuff we've covered, right. My mind goes a million miles a minute, and it goes every which direction. And so I get in my head, and I get in my head after. So I'm gonna need to learn as I grow to contain that, and not overthink after, not during, after. But today I started fresh with a fresh mind today. I got on there, I'm like, you know what? F it. You know what? It's working just fine. What are you doing? Maybe you need
you're listening to the book, right?
Yes, I've been listening to the book, yes, that you suggested, which is amazing, by the way. And all these light bulbs were going off as I started it yesterday. I'm like, holy crap, like this is an alignment right now, and I needed this. Yeah. So it's really good, by the way. But yeah, so stone cold. I mean,
slept with it.
I mean, I'm like in the zone.
Should we let them in on it?
Absolutely.
Okay, so we're listening to The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. And it is free on YouTube. You can listen to it. And I highly suggest that you even sleep with it and listen to it subliminally and let it sink into your subconscious. That book, it gets you out of your head, especially now the first time you read it. And I'm saying this to you, Ann, the first time you read it, I don't know, it may resonate with you because you're deep like that. But the first time the average person hears it, they don't really know how to get into it and really take it. And they don't really understand it. So it takes a couple of times and maybe a few years of living and having experiences to really get where he's going and actually have it resonate and use it. So if it works for you, I'm glad, because I told you every 6 months I need a reset, and I just need to listen to it. Get you out of your head. Get you in the moment.
Absolutely. And I take full, working on myself, and self-improvement and things like that. I give all that credit to a company that I worked with a few years ago, that was what they were huge on. you know, and they instilled that in you. And it's something that always stuck with me.
Mm-hmm.
And then I didn't do it for a long time. And then I got back into it again. And then I realized just how powerful it actually is and how much I missed that. And then how much I actually need it to do this and to do this right.
Nate says it a lot. He works on him.
Yeah.
Yeah. He says that all the time. He has to work. You have to work on you in order to do this. This brings out your worst traits and it brings out your best traits, because you've got to be at your best to trade properly. You got to be on point. You got to be sharp. You got to be focused. You got to be fast. You got to be thinking clearly. You have to be your best self. So in order to be your best self, there are other things that have to happen. You have to study. You probably didn't even study since you were in high school, right? You have to study. You have to take care of yourself physically, because there's a lot of sitting and staring and focusing. So you got to kind of, in your off time, get some working out in, because you don't want to develop all kinds of diseases from just sitting there. Plus, you want to be sharp, and working out and eating right keeps you sharp. You need that to trade. So trading makes you a better person, to me.
I agree.
You know, so
it keeps everything in line.
It does. It like, you don't have a choice. If you aren't getting sleep, you know, if you aren't eating right and you're sitting there and you're miserable at the computer, you're going to trade like crap, you know? So yeah, it makes you take care of yourself. But more importantly, mental health is like of utmost importance. You got to keep your mind right, you know? And you got to use things like listening to The Power of Now, listening to Millionaire Mindsets stuff, listening to anything that can help you keep your head clear and focused, and have confidence in yourself. Because if you don't have confidence in yourself and you're trading, I mean, it'll chew you up and spit you out.
Yeah.
And you will not recover. You have to have a strong personality to be able to take the hits that come with trading and get back up and fight another day, despite getting your ass kicked the day before. You got to be like Rocky Balboa in that ring, getting your ass whipped and saying, okay, I'm ready to come back at you now. You know, I've learned this, I'm ready. And you can't be weak. You can't be scared, you know, because it does touch on a lot of things that are just emotional, just because we're human. But we got to learn how to be neutral. And I mean, you almost have to be like Spock. You know, you got to put those emotions on the back burner and just be straight Vulcan. You know, there is no emotion in trading. You know,
I hear you. I my damn turbo trader thingies today got me once, and it got me $300 down at one point. And I'm like, whoops. And I'm like, well, that's all right. We'll just keep going. It's no big deal. But it did. I was sitting here and I had my fingers on the keys, and like my finger twitched or something.
Oh my God. What's with the finger twitch? Mustang Chris.
Dumb. Like, what happened? I'm like, wait a minute. I'm like, God damn it. It was fine, right? Like, you know, and I have my keys set up where, you know, like they're different in the morning than they are during the day and stuff like that. So like they're all different. And I clearly was like, I don't know what I was thinking or doing. Nothing. Involuntary like finger poke, man. And it got me. But it was fine, right? It wasn't a huge loss to me. It was fine. You know, it was an accident. And I literally was like, whoops. Oops.
Like, what did I do?
Get out of this. What did
I do? We've all had that. I did one day, I thought I was getting 8 contracts of something and I hit 80.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. And just, it took like $800 for me. And it was my rent money. And I'm like, no, girl, that was crazy. And I had to, now in retrospect, I can say what happened, but luckily I didn't lose all of that. But Nate came to my rescue and kind of helped me out and said, look, just check your Cash App. I got you. I'm like, I didn't know what I was going to do. You know what I mean? I'm like, that was not cool. I called him crying because I've never had and haven't done anything like that since. But I don't know what happened there. I'm pressing 8, looking at it, seeing 8, but for whatever reason, that's what it was. I hit 10, which it was $8, right?
Mm-hmm.
No, 80 cents, something like that. It was like 80 cents, and I ended up hitting 10, which charged me $800, thinking that I wanted 1 or I wanted 8. I forget the circumstances, but it was a slip, and I mean, you have to be careful with that type of stuff. But this is what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? You got to be sharp.
Yeah, it was fine. Like, whatever.
Yeah,
I mean,
it bounced off.
At least it wasn't like right at the beginning of the day. Like, I mean, I always start super small. My first like trade or two in the morning. Anyway, I'm always just in there dabbling a little bit to kind of get my eyes right, get my head right, whatever. So that makes a huge difference. But yeah, that was an oopsie. Those damn keys are the devil. Thank you, Mark.
That's funny. Oh, that devil.
Yeah, it was fine. I got out of it. No big deal.
I'm good. I'm glad. So trading with personality, I'm talking about trading with personality traits that you can use to help you. Like that, we had a moderator in here last year who was pretty prevalent, and his name was Mitch. A lot of you old heads that have been in here will remember Mitch, because he was kind of like Bruno. Like he was up there in the ranking. He was Coach's right hand, right? And unfortunately, his job pulled him away, and he wasn't able to continue with us. But he was very analytical. He was very analytical, and I forget what he did for a living, but it was analytical, whatever it was, and that served him. And you could tell just when you would listen to him explain things. Listen to some of David's talks when he's explaining something, how he can talk like almost a mile a minute, but it's because he's got so much information going through that brain. He was an electrician, so he was familiar with equations and whatever it takes to know what you're doing with electricity. And he was a very technical person. Well, him being technical serves him well, with trading. You being a financial analyst and being technical yourself serves you well. Me being emotional does not serve me well, but I am extremely focused. And when I get on something, I'm very determined. Those traits serve me well. It keeps me from quitting. So if you're a person who also tends to, like Nate is not over the top. He's not, over the top, impatient or patient. He's just really kind of chill. Bruno, chill, very chill. That serves them well in trading. Those personality traits serve them well. So find what's in you that can serve you. Find something in your personality that you can use to serve you in trading. Okay, because it's there. Trust and believe that. And by the same token, and get your journals out and do this. Jot it down. Just think about who you are as a person and think about the traits that you exhibit and write down. Just do the half page deal. What's good for trading? What's bad for trading? Right? Get rid of the bad shit. Get rid of the bad shit. Okay, whatever you have in your personality that hinders you, like me with the emotionality, I need to curb that when it comes to trading. I need to put that on ice when it comes to trading. But the good stuff, like the determination, the perseverance, and the keep that. So tonight I challenge you all to do that. Make that your homework. Sit down tonight, figure out who you are as a person and which traits serve and hinder you, and use them. Use that knowledge to your advantage. Get rid of the bad stuff and focus on making the good stuff better and using it in trading. And that's what I meant by trading with personality. So yeah, everybody have a good night. That's it. But that's what I meant by that.
You wouldn't know this because you don't know me outside of being in the trading community, but I'm actually a pretty stone cold person.
You're what?
I am. Yeah. You could ask anybody that knows me that's not.
Did you say stone cold?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You think I don't know that? You think I haven't picked up on that?
But no, really, like it's real though.
No,
like,
man. I was joking with Jen about that the other night. I'm like, Ann, what's going on? Anne's like, hey, how are you?
But yeah, no, really.
Okay.
Like, and you know, I get a lot of flack because of it, and you know, whatever. Like and I've told you this before too. I'm not going to change who I am for anybody. It's just not my jam.
Yeah.
But I'm deep down though, like when people really get to know me as a person, like I'm like the sweetest person on the block. But don't freaking cross me, right? Just like these trades, don't cross me. You better keep going up. Whatever, right? But
it's no, like really. I have the buying power to make you go up, okay? Don't make me use my buying power, okay?
Oh shoot.
Oh man, no, but I get that. And you know what? This is something I've also picked up about you. You let more of that personality that you have seep through in your texting. Because I've seen a side of you in your texting that is like, wow, okay, cool. You know, she'll be like, you know, I'm still trying to wake up. She'll be like, okay, that's bullshit. You know, I'm like, I love texting you. You're like, I hate it. I hate texting. I don't do it that much. But you, I love talking to because I'm like, wow, she's just really cool. You know what I mean? We're straight to the point with each other. It's like, hey, try this. Hey, try that. Hey, what are you doing? Nothing. You know, blah, blah, blah. And it's really cool. It's just cool to have that outlet. But your personality comes through in your texting for sure. I know there's that side of you.
I don't check grammar. I don't use punctuation. You know, I'm the real deal. Like I'm a math person. I'll do a math problem any minute. You ask me to write an essay or like come to something unprepared and it's going to be a disaster. So like the call Monday, the meeting Monday, like I've got everything kind of in line of like what to cover and then I can flow from there, right? But I gotta have that because I am the most flightiest person. And then when I stress out, I get like scary, like in my head and it just, then I turn into a mess. I can't handle myself.
Yeah, right. I think we all have a lot of that.
That's funny that my personality, that's not the first time I've heard that, but that my personality comes through text message. That's hilarious.
So see, there's got to be that truth to that because I got that. And I'm like, well, she's like really, really warm. You know what I mean? And I'm like, on YouTube, she's just so straightforward. But on the text, there's this like, you know, different person. So I'm like, okay, you know.
Yeah, and then like when you first like see me in person, right? Like it's different because I work from home. So like I don't have like any interaction with people, period. So the only time I actually go out and actually physically see people is if I go to the grocery store or if I drop it off at school functions, right, or sports.
Yeah.
So I am very confined. And by the end of the week, I'm ready to go out and be among the people. I don't want to talk to anybody, but I just want to be among them and then get the hell out, right? And then my cup gets full and then it's time to go back to doing what I was doing.
Right. We are the same way. We're such hermits. We barely come out. I mean, we'll get the groceries delivered, everything. It's like we really are hermits. And when it comes to going out, like, okay, people are like, oh, I'm so jealous you're at the beach. I'm like, yeah, great. I don't even go to the beach. I did when I first moved down here a lot, but it's because I don't like being around people, right? But it's so funny. I'm two people. Get me in a party and just let me relax and be there for a little bit. I can be the life of the party. But you have to get me there because I am such a homebody. I will not go anywhere. But once you get me out, I'm like, okay, I'm out. Or if people come to the house, I'm like, why are they coming here? I don't want any company. You know, I don't want to be around people. But once they're here, and I actually enjoy them. But getting out of my comfort zone, I am such a loner. And it's that way because I've been that way since I was a little kid. But, you know, speaking of which, that serves me well in this. Why do you think I'm in here from 4 a.m. till 7 p.m? Everybody said, how the hell do you do that? Because I'm a loner. Jen barely sees me, and I'm married to her, right? We live in the same house. She will have to come in here and be like, hey, what are you doing? You know, hey, want to come out of this room for like 5 minutes? You know, when we shut this down, I'm still in here. I'm either studying or, you know, I'll throw something on TV and start listening to it like a book or something. I mean, and then I'll go out, hey, oh, that's right, there is another person here. So it's like I get so, and she can be the same way. We get in our own worlds, but then when we come together, it's really cool. You know what I mean? So
Coach said something, I think it was so yesterday when he was doing training with all of us, he said something about how, you know, he's shy. And I believe it. When he said that, I'm like, no goddamn way. I'm like, I'm not the only person that's like that. Like, I can do this. This is great. I can talk to people like it's nobody's business.
Yeah.
But if I go and I meet everybody, you know, if I had been at the meetup on Monday, everybody would have been like, are you going to say anything? Because I'm just quiet. And I'm observing and I'm trying to familiarize with my surroundings and I'm trying to figure out like where does my personality fit in all of wherever I'm at in any circumstance. It's not just professionally, it's personally too. You know, and I've told you before and I've told others before, I'm like the silent observer that sits in the back of the corner and is chewing their hair. You know, and like just silently looking around like, who am I gonna find to be in the corner with here? Like you know, but you know, and I do think that helps significantly with trading, you know, because I can't have distractions, you know. I can have Zoom and that doesn't seem to be a distraction, which I find interesting so far. Once in a great while, I have to turn it down. If I'm in really heavy, I have to turn it down. I've kind of figured out where my point is. And a lot of it depends on how volatile the stock is I'm in.
Yeah.
If I'm still in a stock that, you know, I've been in for a while and I'm heavy in it, you know, I might have to turn it down. But I don't usually have to mute, which is kind of nice because I like to hear, because I'm always afraid. And here's a FOMO.
Give me a FOMO.
If I want to hear a nugget, like I'm afraid I'm going to miss a nugget.
I know it. And we do. If you mute, you will miss a nugget. I never mute Coach because you never know what he's going to say. There have been things that I'm like, thank God I was like really dialed in that moment, because every now and then it's always, it coincides with when Jen wakes up and she's up and about and trying to have a conversation with me at the same time Coach is on when he first comes on. So I don't want to be rude, but I'm like, I really have to hear this. You know, like I need to listen to this because he's teaching right now and I need that, right? So, you know, and like when he's thanking everybody, I may go and blah, 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 blah. But then when the bell rings, I'm back in here and I'm like, you know, like I want to hear. And I'm like you. It's like if like today, I actually had to turn it down. I didn't mute it, but I had to turn it down because I had to focus on what I was doing in the trade. You know what I mean? And I don't want to be nervous because different call outs were coming through and I'm like, I got to turn it down just a little bit. But yeah, that's funny. That's so funny. We're a lot alike, actually. Are you a Cancer?
No.
What is your sign?
I'm a Gemini.
Okay. Well, you and Coach. Geminis. That's what that duality is. There it is.
Yeah, you're in all that sign shit. No offense. I know nothing. I know I'm a Gemini. I couldn't even tell you. I have no idea what anybody else in my house is. The only reason I know that is because my mother would tell me, oh, you're a typical Gemini when I was a kid. Okay. I don't know.
There's that duality. Coach has it. Coach, listen, if Coach comes in there and it's on the wrong day and you say something.
Oh, yeah. I think in my 6 months of being here, I think it's happened maybe 4 times. And I could tell you each of the 4 times what they were.
Yeah.
And they just stick with you.
And sometimes it can roll right out here. You know, whatever. Like when a troll comes through, you know, and says something stupid. He has gotten way get better at handling that, because he would have to just shut things down and leak, because face got red. I mean, he would go. And now he's gotten to a point where it's like, okay, moderators, handle that for me, please. It's, he's learned not to let that do that. But yeah, there'll be a day where you can catch him on the wrong day and say something that another day he'll laugh it off. So yeah, there's that duality there. You know what I mean? But yes, Coach, we are talking about you, bud. You know that's you. You know that's you.
His ears are ringing, and if they're not, they will be.
Yep.
No, I love that though. Like, and I said this from the very beginning. Like, I knew when I first heard him on TikTok that I'm like,
yeah.
I don't know about this dude. Like, I like his energy or whatever, And then like they promoted he promoted the Aftermarket, so I watched that a little bit, kind of in and out of doing my own thing, like after work and stuff. And so then I would hear that a little, and then I was just drawn to come back the next day and stuff, until finally I just kind of pulled the plug and said, okay, we're gonna do this. We're gonna give it a shot and see what the hell happens. What's manicures and coffee?
We all did that though. We all did that. Speaking of personalities, we were all drawn to Coach's personality. He's infectious. He has that way about him that, he's funny, he's to the point, he's got a warm heart, what I mean? And he's no bullshit. He also can be no nonsense. So it's like, okay, I listen to him and I'm like, you would see him from the back and just some of the things that he said, you know what I mean? And the way that he coached. And I'm like, wow, there's something about him that I'm really drawn to. And he just seems so real and genuine. Well, come to find out, once you get on the inside, you find out that's exactly who he is, So I feel sorry for you, those of you that I feel like I'm on an awesome roller coaster ride. And there's people like, I want to get on that ride. We're like, nope, like I feel like we have this thing, but he's advertising now, so a lot more people are going to know about it.
I love it. I'm so happy, and I don't regret like not coming in sooner, because I'm a firm believer that everything comes in the time it's supposed to.
Yeah.
And I have to be patient with that, and that's fine, right? And but I'm really grateful that I'm in now, and I was here 6 months ago. Because one, I'm 6 months further than I would be if I would have started now. And my experience now could have very well been different than it would have been had I started sooner too. Yeah. So I always have to think about that too, so I think that, but I'm so excited. I can't wait to see where this goes. I can't wait to see what this does for Coach too, and in his big heart. And, I can't wait for next week's
2-year anniversary.
The 2 year.
Yeah. He needs to be exposed to more people. This group needs to be exposed, but what he's created here needs to be exposed to people, because it's phenomenal. And if more people knew about it, I mean, people would be joining left and right. People would be joining this just for support, because we're a hell of a support group on top of everything else, and you get a skill. So you can't beat that. You know what I mean? You can't beat that.
I can't remember. Gilly said something in one of the lounges or something about just ordinary people. I forget how he worded it, but it was so on point. Like, we are all so different in so many different ways, but we all come together and we do this together, and it's so awesome. So I'm excited. I'm excited to see what the next 90 days look like. I'm excited to see what, by the end of the year, what it looks like, and what the hell is it going to look like in a year from now?
I know. Especially with all this advertising.
Holy hell, like, this is big. And I am so, so grateful to be a part of it, and to be able to share not just my journey, but to encourage people that I know. I have a select few friends outside of the trading community that do know what I'm up to and stuff. And I've kind of shared a little bit with them, kind of getting some feelers out of, okay, is this something that I can share with them? Or is this something that, that I'm just going to keep in my back pocket? And it's okay if I keep it in my back pocket. I've got an entire, 500 plus community that I get to sit with every single day that, are in my corner, and I can be in theirs, you know. So, but I've encouraged them, you know, to come to the mastermind on Monday and listen, you
That's
know,
good.
so that they can see what I'm up to, because I firmly believe that anybody and everybody who has the willingness to put in some hard work, you know, and magnify it by like 100 from the start, can come in here and really kick some ass. But you gotta want it, you know. And if you don't, if you're gonna half-ass it, it's not gonna happen.
It's not gonna work.
You know, it's just
never gonna work.
You know, and it's your choice, right? Like nobody forces us to get out of bed at 3 a.m. to come in here. You know, nobody forces us to do that. You know, but the community in itself is worth it. You know, and part of it.
Dude, the market will kick your ass if you're not ready for it. So it's like you have to really get ahead. You have to get ahead of it. You know what I mean? You know what? I tell you what, there are so many people that have come and gone throughout this group that, you know, and it's so funny that you said you're glad you started when you started. In a way, I kind of had FOMO because I came in last January 3rd. So I came in right at the tail end of Brady and Jimmy, because think about it, he went live August. Speaking of the 2 year, he went live August of 2022. I joined January of 2023. So I only missed it by 5 months, right? But within that 5 months is when Jimmy and Brady became millionaires. 5 months, just like what you did. You did that in a matter of months, where you built your account up after learning and training for a few months. So I'm like, damn it, I literally just missed that. When I came in, I don't think Brady was still in the group on a regular basis, but he would pop in. And Jimmy was still here. He was still here every day, but that wound down after about a month of me being here. So I really didn't get a whole lot of Jimmy either. And Puny, the person Puny that Coach was talking about, she was one of the women that became a millionaire. Like the only one that I know of so far. But and I talked to her in the after, like we didn't have the aftermarket, but there, like the Zoom call, you know how the Zoom call lingers after the market closes. Well, Mitch would head up a study group, and we would just sit there and talk for like an hour or two, and then he would shut it down at about 6 o'clock. And dude, I'm telling you, you would get so much knowledge just in those sessions, and that's where the group really started to grow from those aftermarket. I learned so much in there, you know. And you know, Puny, I maybe heard her voice 2 or 3 times, and then that was it. She was gone. She kind of disappeared off the face of the earth. So some of these legends that people talk about, I actually was in the group for like a little bit while they were here. So it's like wild, but I feel so pissed off sometimes that I missed that whole run of them. You know what I mean?
No, but you know what the beauty of it is, though, is their legacy lives on.
Yeah, definitely.
You know? And the people that were here are here to give their legacy, right? What's branched off from their legacy is now branching off to others. And those
and you can hear them live on his lives, on his YouTube lives. So you can go back and listen to them.
I've listened to a couple of them and stuff. It's incredible. But that's what I love, right? Like as we grow, like people are going to come and go, you know, whether it's they decide to leave or they, you know, or make so much money that they don't need to be here anymore, which is great, right? That's so cool. Like I'm not there yet. You know, but like the thought of like the next generation of I don't want to say necessarily millionaires, but the next generation of
members.
Yeah, we'll just call them members, right? That come in here and can empty their cup for other people too, right? Like in whatever way that is. You know, the Nates of the world, right? You know, and I could tell you like a whole list of people that I can't wait to hear from every single day. You know, and in some way, somehow, is something they say, you know, and it's even the people that are struggling, right? Like even the people that come in here and that are struggling, they teach me something. whatever it is. It could be, okay, maybe I'm having a kind of day where I'm like, man, do I really know what I'm doing? And then somebody will say something in the chat, and I'll give them a little feedback, right? Or they ask a question, and then I'm like, oh, shit, I guess I do know what I.
Oh my God! Wait a minute! You just reminded me. Oh, AB wanted me to look at the chat again, and I didn't look at it. I got sidetracked on something. Oh, I don't know what he wanted. But AB, if you're listening, I'm so sorry. Yeah, I guess I'll have to say that to him. Can you remind me of that?
What does it have to do?
Somebody named AB said check my direct messages in the Zoom chat, and I
heard that. They said it twice.
I ADD'd out on it. Damn it! I don't know what the message was.
I don't know.
So yeah, I'll check back. I'll try to check back but if you remember, remind me. Don't forget AB. I gotta write that down. F2.
Dude, F2. I'm like so proud of you.
How are you?
Thanks, guys. I traded again pre-market because I had to go to work. It was getting in the way. Workers,
isn't it though?
Like I'm nowhere near where
you two are funny. Work's becoming a pain in the ass now, isn't it?
I'm nowhere near able to be like, oh, I don't want to work no more because I need to pay down. I got to get in better shape where I'm at.
I hear you.
But I'm like I traded like at 4:15 with like Nate or Government Cheese and Mark this morning. While they were doing the one thing, and I made like $100 in like 3 minutes on what was it here? Hold on, let me check it out here. On BLMZ early this morning. So I'm like, all right. So and then I had to go into work. So
how many shares did you get to do that?
Oh goodness. I knew I wouldn't be able to trade very much, so I went in I think 1,000 shares.
Nice.
Good work.
Yeah, big time.
I'm not kidding. Like in the morning, I'm looking for your profit and loss. Like I'm waiting to see your little blurb. I'm like, oh, what did he do today? I'm excited for people, right? Like I want to see everybody win, man.
I had I think the worst I had this month was I had a 23% loss once this month, only just because I couldn't get out fast enough. And of course I recovered it and everything. So I'm pretty proud of that.
Gang's all here.
What is that noise?
What's going on?
I don't know. What was the noise?
That was somebody cackling.
Somebody.
Hey, Mustang Chris, Callie, and DJ Vinny. What's up, guys?
What's up?
DJ Vinny, Ange. Hi.
How are you?
What?
That's weird.
There it is.
It sounds like Callie.
And your little dog.
Callie. Hey, Callie, what are you doing, girl? What are you laughing at, Callie? Because she's sitting here cracking me up. What are you doing?
Oops.
What are you What are you laughing at, Callie?
Her gummies are kicking in. Look out.
It's cracking me up.
Yeah.
What are you laughing at?
I didn't realize that picture went up there until I seen it. That's why I was laughing.
Right, because that was part of what was creepy about it. Because all of a sudden
I was laughing at me.
There's these glasses up in the camera and there's this laugh and there's like, what the hell is going on? It's like somebody's like, like what?
Yeah.
Ange was like, what's going on? Like somebody's cackling. Oh my God, we got a full panel coming in here. I can't handle you guys. What is going on with everybody? How are you guys? Are you guys coming from the workshop class?
There was a workshop class.
Yeah, there was a workshop class.
Yes, there
Vinny.
was. I was there up until literally 5:30, and then I came on over here. But it was
What time
awesome.
was the class?
It was 4:30. It started at
Oh
4:30.
shit! I was in the middle of a trade anyway.
David was giving it. Yeah, it was good. He was actually really going over some really good nuggets, charting, and yeah, talking
That's
about
on a replay anyway, right?
yeah, you'll be able to get it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna watch that one over a couple of times because that was
Yeah, I found 2 late runners this afternoon. They'll
What are
probably be on
you in serve?
No, I saw that one running, and I was in another one, and I went back to it. By the time I got back to it, it was running. I was like, "Oh shit, Ange must be in there."
I was.
That's how I knew about it.
It started. Yeah, it started running late too, but I found 2 good ones. I hope you guys get in them tomorrow.
All right,
They'll
let me write them down. What are they?
They'll probably be on you. Oh, you want them now?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, this one has, I think, and this is not personal or financial advice. Charlie, Lima, Sam.
Ooh,
Okay.
we've seen that one before.
Yes, and you're going to see it more because they got a FDA for leukemia treatment,
Oh.
and I found that one 8 minutes after the story came out. And the other one is Bravo Frank India. Today was their first day on the NASDAQ. So when you look at this, when you look at their share price, don't get excited.
Penny.
And we got Christy. What
Made
is
a
it
quick
high or
party.
low? Hey boy,
What's up,
hey.
Chris?
Oh, look how cute he is.
Hey, how's it going?
What's up?
He's got
Baby
the Wall
duty.
Street
She's a
behind.
dad attached.
What was that?
She's dad attached.
Aw.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Aw.
She's dad attached.
Yeah, this is Claire.
Hi, honey.
Blue eyes.
What's her name? Hi, baby.
Redhead.
Kind of hazel. I think it's the screen.
Oh,
This is
just
Claire.
say holy blue.
Hi, Claire.
What a
Can you hear
hand.
us?
Right. Pretty blue eye.
Yeah, she's gorgeous. Claire, hi, baby.
She's looking. She's like, who's that?
Yeah. You hear me talking to you? Hey, Claire. Hi, baby girl. Hey.
She's in here to trade.
Look, starting them
You
early,
guys
huh,
heard him
Chris?
young, right? Great.
Kinder trader.
Vinny, I like this one.
She's already better than
Which one?
people, you know.
Which one, Ange?
Oh, let's look at them.
CLLS.
Yeah, I like that one too. So unfortunately, Robinhood doesn't allow you to trade it. So I had to go to my Webull account and buy those. Yeah, I caught that one 3 minutes after the news on it. And
Okay, this looks like ocean waves. Speaking of llama heads and stuff like that. Look at this thing. It looks like ocean waves. Well, you know Ted's always talking about the...
yeah, I got right in there at 1554, and I wrote
Does
that
that
up.
not look like ocean waves or what?
Yeah.
So this is CLLS. And what was the news on it?
It has to do with something with leukemia drug.
How about we do this?
Where was it? 2 hours ago. Provides update on progress on 1 year over year. Right here. An hour ago. Gains FDA designation for leukemia therapy.
Pediatrics. That's for kids.
Right there. Right on the screen, baby.
Oh, wow.
What's he got?
That's awesome.
There's no increased charges. Yeah, that was another one. That was another news one. But this one here was an hour ago where it said they gains FDA designation for leukemia drug. Then they have another one.
It's the same story.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so
Okay.
if you guys have TradingView, It's got the whole little article right here if you want to go read it. Good
And
job, Vinny.
the other one is the BurgerFi. I'll let
Okay,
you
what was
guys.
that? BFI?
Yeah, BFI. I've seen that one before, but yeah, check it out.
Yeah.
On the stock listing.
Yeah, I was playing around.
Yeah, their effective date to trade on NASDAQ, July 25th. Yep. And I don't know why I said it was their first day when I didn't see them start moving till I think it was 4:15. I saw them moving. That's when I called it on the radar. I was like, what the hell? Hey, guess what else I made money on today?
What?
I made $23 on Tupperware.
Tupperware. I knew you were going to say Tupperware. I knew it. I heard that whole conversation midday
So I grabbed,
where they were trying to get you to admit what it was. And you
yeah,
said Tupperware.
I grabbed 500 out of Ford. I grabbed another 130 out of TSM and 200 some out of SPY. So I got, I think it was all total was 763 or something like that.
Ended in the money machine today, huh?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Dude, anybody here seen The Wedding Singer?
Yeah.
I can't. Every time Vinny talks about Tupperware, I don't have any Tupperware. Just every time I think about that.
But if you go back and look at, it's funny because in some of his teachings or the EWOs or candles or stuff like that, he has one in there for Tupperware, and it was back when Tupperware was up around $12. That's when I made it.
Tupperware was Tupperware.
Yeah,
Wow.
I made ass killing off of that one because I had that one shoot. I bought them at 68 cents, and they ran all the way to $12 before I cashed them out.
You know what I like about you, Vinny?
What's that?
You don't just go with the status quo. You go
No.
digging, finding.
Yes. Every dog gets a bone every day.
Yeah. And you find a lot of companies that people use every day, like Tupperware and Burlington Kofak.
Yeah.
Be like, you pull this stuff out, man, and it rock. IWM.
I found another good one for options play. I'm gonna play that tomorrow.
What's that?
It's a floor company, and I used to see their tractor trailers when I used to drive all the time. I used to see their tractor trailers all the time over off of what was it? Number 100 going east. Where they have a place off the side there, but it's called Mohawk. And MHK. Wait till you see their earnings. You see their earnings and how they popped. That was at the tail end of the day too. So I'm hoping I can catch a piece of that in the morning. But if you do shares and you got the account to do shares, there's one for you.
There you go.
Yeah, man.
Thank you for that.
Which one?
It is Michael Henry Kilo, MHK.
I didn't realize Tupperware was a low dollar stock.
Yeah, extremely.
I hear y'all talk. I've heard Tupperware before, and I'm like, oh, that must be one of those ones that those people do the options on that get their faces ripped off.
You would. If you did options on that, you would, because I got my face ripped off on their earnings. They had an earning announcement on Robinhood, so I played the option according to their earnings, and they moved the date. But when they moved the date, I took a hit on all that. That was back in January.
It's like $1.30 stock, but it's just been going down for years.
Yeah, but if you have it on your watch list like I do, and you look at it, you have your side with your list on it. That's one of the ones on the list. So I know when it gets down to the 120s, 118s, that's usually where I buy in at.
You'd be surprised at some of the big cap stocks that aren't that expensive because they've had splits and all that kind of. Coca-Cola's like what, $40 or something like. I mean, big names. You know what I mean? Nike is like $14 or some shit. It's some of them are really low.
That's like Wendy's. Wendy's is the same way. I used to trade Wendy's when it was $5 a share.
Oh.
And Rite Aid before they went out of business.
Diesel Dan, what's going on, brother?
Hey, how you
Hey.
doing?
Now we
Hey.
can run. Now we can run. We got our Diesel Dan in there.
Well, Dan is
American Dream runs on DD, baby.
pretty
Yes,
clear.
ma'am.
How are
But you
you
know
doing?
how I always tell you, Dawn, stay diversified. Don't
Yeah.
just play with one sector.
That's
And
true.
that's
Go
good.
ahead, Dan.
That's good. Yep. Mix it up. You got to do that.
Yep.
Right now, I'm focused mostly on the hot stock picks in the morning, and I may do IWM or SPY, but other than that, I pretty much just stick to that. But yeah, you're right. At some point, but at this
Yeah.
point, I'm still in practice mode where I'm more, focused on the process. So yeah, but I
So when
will.
you get with the morning crew tomorrow and they call off those 2 tickers, you're gonna be like, "Oh, I know exactly where."
Vinny said that.
It gets me excited. Like I always like to find that like runner that I think is going to happen the night before, because then I'm eager to get up when my alarm goes off. Such a child.
And get it and see if it panned out, right?
Wow.
And then when I'm right, it's like, yeah.
I got to meet with the man face to face on that meetup, so I got some good golden nuggets in my pocket.
That's awesome.
Nice.
Yep.
Yeah, he seems really cool.
He is
still
awesome, man.
confused on what all was there, because I recognized him. I recognized you, Mark McSee, Bruno, and I know the one girl was Bruno's. But who else was there? I knew Mark Mancini was there and Vinny,
Yeah.
but there were 2 darker guys. I'm like, was that Ariel and Freddie? But
No,
Nate
that
said
was
no.
that was Kirk or Curtis. I think his name was Curtis. Was what's her name's wife? Shit.
There because
Jen or Gina or something
Gina,
like that.
right.
Yeah.
But who were the 2 Mexican-looking guys? Weren't there 2 like?
Me and Bruno.
No, man. You guys know who I'm talking about. You've seen the pictures. There's 2 guys in there that have a darker look to them.
Darker look to him.
Yeah.
No, just
All right, let me go get the picture.
just
I don't know who they were.
Gina's wife or Gina's husband. Yeah, Gina's husband. I got to talk to him for a while outside. We were smoking a cigarette, and I was telling him about trading. And he goes, "Well, I used to, but I think he cuts hair or something like that. I don't have the time." And I said, I'm gonna give it to you like the coach does. That's bullshit. You always got time to trade.
Yeah.
He started laughing.
A lot of these trades are what, 12 minutes, 10 minutes?
On how long you let it go. If you're doing a regular stock over an option, you know, and you're making money, you play it for however long you want to. When you reach your profit or whatever, take it.
Yeah.
I mean, if I can catch something down in the weeds and it continues and there's no indication that to get out, I mean, I can be in it for quite a while too.
Yep.
Yeah.
And stuff. I mean, regardless of whether there's dips and stuff. I've experienced that a little bit more lately than I have in the past, but I think that comes with me just sitting in front of the screen and stuff.
Yeah, no, the Ford options I did, Ange, I made 500 off of that. I played the earnings on that. So I bought them on Monday.
Cool. I heard you say that.
Yeah, I bought them on Monday.
These days.
Yep. 10 contracts down, 10 contracts up.
Sweet.
And then I lost my internet this morning. I had internet issues with HTC.
Oh my God, you too? James L had that.
Well, apparently, check this out. Apparently, the sales guy that I bought my HTC service through, he set me up on my automatic bill pay, right? So this morning, 8 o'clock, it decides to cut off. So I spent the hour on the phone with HTC, and they're like, "Well, you didn't pay the bill." And I was like, "I'm supposed to be on an automatic bill pay." So by the time I got that sorted out, got back on the computer, Ford had already fallen like a rock, and I'm like, "Well, that was kind of good."
Man. You had similar experiences.
Yeah, but I was like, "That's supposed to be on automatic bill pay or bill withdrawal." Because that's the way I do everything. I don't write checks. I don't have to call anybody. It just automatically comes out. I know what's going out. I know what's coming in. That's it.
Makes it easier that way, right?
What's that?
Hey, Mustang.
It makes it easier
That's
that
a
way.
nice screen.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. It's way less a headache. I haven't
Trying
wrote
to
a check in probably 20 years.
Chris,
I didn't know they still had
sunlight
checks.
out of the background. It's too much for me to look at.
What?
If I turned it. You know what? Maybe.
I need 3 of those.
Yeah, and I can't wait till you get your cockpit.
I want one of those. Where do you
It'll
get them?
just give you a sunburn,
it?
Ange.
I don't give a shit.
Okay, does anybody else think that Mustang Chris looks like a version of Mark McSee?
Younger version of Mark McSee.
Younger version of Mark McSee with all of those screens and the beard and
Yeah.
the hat.
I have an island hat. I do.
Well, he does, don't he?
Yeah.
I agree. Island hat, fishing hat.
Picking your nose
And I'm
on
also
TV.
old, fat, and out of shape.
Oh, Mark, I hope you didn't hear that.
Oh no,
Chris
that's what he
Round
says
is a
about
shape.
himself.
Probably did.
That's what he says about himself. That's why it's
I
funny.
know it. But you're
Chris
not
Round
wrong,
is a
baby.
shape.
It is. It is. I'm fair shape.
Vinny, I'll come into the aftermarket and take my sunglasses off after sitting in front of those, and I'll have sunglass.
Yeah, there you go. You have raccoon eyes.
She'll have 10 lines on her eyes.
All right, now that's. I think his name is Curtis to the left, there next to Mark.
Okay, so yeah. Okay, so next to Mark is Mark. Right. Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So,
Yes.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
Okay. Okay. And then there's you. And then who's that back there? All the way at the far end.
Oh, shit. What was his name? Eric? No, not Eric. I thought it was Rusty.
Ariel?
That's Rusty.
Okay,
That's Rusty.
okay.
Between me and Nate is Rusty. Yeah. And then that's,
Okay.
I think it's Jen or
Gina.
Dina.
And then
And
Bruno's
across
picking
from her is her husband Curtis. And then Bruno. And who the hell is that behind Bruno? Oh, that's her little son.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, behind Bruno, that's her little son. Yeah, he hung out with us.
It's a great.
Looks like you all had a
So
good time.
the guy sitting between you and Mark is Gina's husband, Kurt.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm
Yeah,
like, yeah, because I don't recognize any of those people. There's like 5 people that I know, and everybody else I don't know who the hell they are.
Right.
Did you ride in Mark's Cybertruck?
No, I did not.
Wow. 'Cause,
My father would kill me. My father would come back from the grave and kill me if I did that.
Why?
Is Mopar or no car? Damn it.
There you go.
Did you say
But
Mopar?
yeah, Mopar.
Mopar or no
Oh,
car.
I remember.
Back
That's
in the
right.
day, you could get a '69 Charger for $400.
That's right. That's right. Now, a little story about that Cybertruck that he had. Yeah, it was kind of cool. It would go up and down. He could make it whistle and make it fart. But the finish that he was talking about in the Zoom, I think it was last week, he was talking about the finish, that stainless look to it.
Yeah.
That solid air is tearing that shit up. It's got like all different kind of streak marks across it. And then on the hood, it looks like it's almost like you put acid on it.
Really?
It's got to be the salt air that's tearing that shit up down here.
It'll do that, yeah. Especially down here at the beach, we dealt with rust under our last car that we had.
Yeah,
No
I
joke.
saw another one of them down here that had almost the same exact thing, but he was talking about there's some kind of polish and it comes with instructions of how you put it on, this, that, and the other.
Make it all shiny and make it look like chrome.
Yeah, but it looked like it was 12 years old.
Oh wow!
Wow,
But it was cool though.
that's pretty wild. That thing is a ugly. That whole triangle. It looks like somebody. You remember the newspaper hats we used to make? And
Yeah.
Yes.
Newspaper hats. Now, if I had one of them, I'd put a 4-inch lift on it and bigger tires. That's what I'd do with it.
Looks like a villain car from Knight Rider.
yeah, it looks
But it is
like
cool. It's got that electric suspension, so it goes up and down.
yeah,
You
and
can
it
raise
kind
it
of
up
looks
go off the
like
road.
a weird version of the DeLorean from Back to the
Yeah.
Future.
Yeah. Yeah, it's got all kind of lights in the bed, like a long light that goes across. It's pretty cool looking.
Yeah, he said he could make it like come out like a party or something, like it could
Yeah.
light
Yeah,
up and
yeah, yeah.
jump.
Yeah,
Wow.
they used
When he
to.
made it fart, everybody was standing outside the restaurant, and he made it go like that, and everybody turned around. And you heard this. It was funny.
I'm the asshole that I would buy that. I would
Just
have
for that.
do that just so that I could do that to people.
Yeah.
So maybe that's what I will do. I will save all my money and I will buy one just so I could sit in a park and watch and do that to people as they walk by. Just get the
Right.
biggest shit.
That would be too
Challenge
funny.
accepted.
It's like, okay, wait a minute. Here come two ladies. Wait a minute, hold on. Here's two old ladies. Let's do it now.
Yeah. Did you guys see the pictures of the houses across where the boats were docked? Did you get to see I posted them in Stock Lounge. But these houses look like they're probably $1 million plus houses. They got that endless pool, or what do they call it, where the water runs to the end of the pool.
The eternity pool?
Yeah, well, it drops off and it's cascading down the wall. Infinity, that's it. And it's got all these lights and shit that it lights up at nighttime. But picture being in your pool when you look out, you're looking at the back of the restaurant. I'd be mad. Be madder than hell.
Cost more down. When I was looking at houses in Estero and Cape Coral and something else, they're like the trailer park that is $4,000 a home up here. We're like $200,000 down there for the same thing at the same quality. Just because basically like our drainage ditches, every house has a little tiny stream that works like a driveway for their boats that lead them all the way out to the ocean.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, they probably paid $500,000 for that house. It's probably worth $1 million plus now. I was like, I wouldn't want to be in my pool, look out over my pool and see. I mean, looking at the boats, it's cool, but just seeing the back end of a restaurant.
I love South Carolina. Like my husband and I were just talking about how I think so next summer will be our 15th wedding anniversary. And we love to go to Fripp Island. And
Who?
I can't wait. I want to go back so bad.
What island?
What's it called?
Fripp Island.
Oh,
So
Fripp Island.
Yep, it's I don't remember which direction from Beaufort.
That's down by Beaufort.
Yep.
Yeah, it's between Charleston and Beaufort.
Yeah, so you know your direction. Well, you live there. You know your directions better than I do. But it's my most favorite place I've ever been in my life. That and where did Jeremy and I go when we first started dating? Tampa. Those two places are my absolute.
Yeah, Jen and I went to Tampa.
Places on the planet.
Tampa was cool. We
we
had a conference down there with all of the delivery services a few years ago. I think it was back in 2018, and we went to Top Golf over there. I mean, it was really, really cool. I like the area.
Shit, the right answer's going. She can buy one of these new homes over here they're getting ready to put in.
Don't tempt me.
You got 22 homes going in over here.
I told my husband, I said, I will live in Iowa for as long as we need to get all the kids graduated. And as soon as they're done, like we got to branch out. We got to do something else because I want to see other things. And this
Paulie's is the hidden gem.
Yeah.
Paulie's is the hidden gem. And we're a mile from the beach to the east, and to the west, we're 2 miles to the river. But you got the best of both worlds here.
Oh.
Is it expensive to live there, Vinny?
No, it's not.
Where is this place?
How do you spell it?
Paulie's Island. Pawleys. I had to think about it for a minute. Yeah. Paulie's Island.
I'm going to spam the shit out of my husband later and be like, look at this.
P-A-W what?
P-A-W.
Yep.
L-E-Y-S.
Oh, wow. Paulie's. Okay.
Yeah. Paulie's. I'm down here, Paulie's. But
Cool neighbors.
But see, our area, once you turn off of the coastal highway, it's all woods and homes. There's no, there's not a lot of commercialized shit here. Like we have a McDonald's and we have a Walgreens, a Publix, and a Food Line. You got to drive.
That's all you need. That's all you need.
12.
Exactly.
You got to drive 12 to 20 miles to get to Walmart and shit like that. It's not heavily commercialized. That's the way they want to keep it, though. I love it.
Nice.
That's good. And the Walmart probably delivers.
Yeah, look up them homes they're putting in over here. There's 3 Toll Brothers.
Well,
The way you're going, Ange, you'll be able to do whatever the hell you want.
See, somebody put down.
Anywhere
Somebody
you
put
want.
down in the chat. Foley's Island, great area. See, somebody put it down in the chat.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice. Because we came down to Surfside, which is probably 5 miles south of Myrtle Beach, and we came down in January. And I fell in love with the place. I was like, hell yeah, man, this is awesome. Then we came back down in July. Oh, hell no. Hell no. So we went further south always. And Myrtle's Inlet, the Suckbang Blow, that's where they had the bike. That's where they had the big bike show every year in Myrtle's Inlet, which is 9 miles from me. You guys probably heard of it.
That's what we
Suckbang Blow.
came down here to the air show back in 2009, and I just fell in love with it. I'm like, I don't want to leave. So we went back to work and figured out how we could move down here. And we were down here within a couple months living full time because Jen's uncle had a house here, so we just rented it from him. So yeah, and been here ever since. 15 years, never left. I'm
The
like,
place
yeah, man.
We looked at one. It was 175,000 down there in Ocean City, and it was maybe 900 square foot. And then I started crunching the numbers. And I was like, no way in hell. The taxes.
Yeah, it's expensive.
Yeah. I got family that live down there.
Oh, there's a golf
City.
course. Yes.
Oh, we got lots of golf courses. I think we got two or three of them around our area, and one of them is that Caledonia. The Caledonia, that's on the PGA. Yeah, we got lots of golf.
PGA Tour.
Yeah.
Sold.
We got the golfing, we got the fishing, we got it all. It's nice. Hey, we'll get Papa Chulo to sell it to you.
Funny, my son is watching.
he's that realtor guy,
Your
right?
son's watching?
He sent me a picture and he's pointing at his mom on YouTube. He's probably
That's
wondering
my
where the
mom.
hell his son is.
Wow, that's awesome.
It probably
It's like-
says, "See, this is why I can't eat."
What are you doing?
Like my mom's a YouTube star.
5 minutes ago.
Wait a minute, hold on.
Anyway.
You know what I'm gonna do.
YouTube star
right?
and EDT master.
All right, tell him to take another pic.
Yeah.
She's got the whole screen. Take another pic.
He's such a sweet kid.
Smile for the camera.
Oh my God, get that off.
No, smile for the camera.
Everybody always does that to you, dog. Get me off the big
I
screen.
know,
I don't want to be on the
man.
big
You
screen.
guys are so shy. Oh man, I put Chris up there, Chris D, and he just looked like he was so uncomfortable. But he made it work.
I get it. I totally get it. It's so weird looking at myself.
Oh
So
man, I thought that was Mark McSee again. That's so weird, Chris.
No,
oh my
no,
God.
Well, you are black,
That is so
so
weird
it's
how
okay.
much you look like him. Like a younger version
No,
with those
I take
damn
that as a compliment.
computers.
Good looking.
That's
He got it.
There you go. There, you got to
You
blow
did?
it up again, Dawn.
yeah, he got it. No. He got it.
Oh, let me see it. Put it up there. Come on,
Tell
put
him,
it
see?
up there. Put it up there.
God.
Put it up there.
Come on, let me see it.
It's just like looking
I'm
in the
not
mirror.
gonna
Really.
move it till you put the picture up.
You're gonna be okay.
Honey,
You're okay.
they
Come
say
on.
Put it in the
me,
left.
my thyroid is messed up and I was blowed up like a balloon. So let me see your picture.
What?
She wants to see the picture.
Oh, which
Come on. The one he took. We didn't get a
the one
chance to
my
see
son
it.
took?
Yeah,
Nobody
the one
saw
he
it.
showed us on the phone.
My son. He literally is me. It's in a boy version. It's so funny. Oh,
That's awesome.
Oh,
he's such a
That's
boo.
good stuff. That's
I was
good
surprised
stuff.
he didn't comment. Where's my dinner?
Now you know where your dinner is. She's hanging out with us.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Wow.
Oh,
You
Keith.
guys are amazing. Oh my God.
Well, I do suppose. Is there anything running? Can I prolong cooking?
Anything running?
Oh man, you are really addicted. Look at that.
No, I just don't.
Uh,
The hobby has turned into an all-consuming obsession.
you know, that's part of the process.
Part of the
Is that
process.
Victoriano?
hey, she got to
Yeah.
get in that screen time somehow. Might
Yep.
as well be making money while you're doing it.
Even if it's on YouTube. YouTube
Right.
screen time.
Right.
Wow. Well, I'm excited, you guys, for tomorrow. Some of these runners Vinny gave us and
Yep.
Serve. I don't know if Serve's going to keep running, but, you know, keep checking some of the aftermarket stuff and see if it comes through. And be ready to trade 4 o'clock in the morning. It's been a crazy week.
You want one more before we go?
I mean, hell yeah, if you got one, hold on.
You got one? For real?
We got.
I need these nuggets. I'm like I'm not a squirrel, but I'm like.
All right. Well, I'm not telling you to invest in them. Just chart them out.
We know,
and trade
you
the
know we
trade.
know.
No, I'm talking
Yep.
about to the people in the audience
Oh, the
down
new
there.
people, yeah, the new
Yeah.
people.
Yes. Now don't laugh.
ADT's train.
All right. You ready?
Burlington Coat Factory.
No. Bravo, Indigo, Golf. BIG. B.
Biggie Smalls, big. What is that?
You'll see. Pull it up and look. You'll see it.
Of course, I've heard that before.
What?
Big Lot. Yeah.
Oh, Big Lot. I heard you
Yeah,
mention
you-
that.
Yeah, you probably shopped in their store 1,000 times, never thought once to go home and look it up.
Huh. Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Invest in what you use.
Yeah.
If you roll it, smoke it, eat it, or drink it. How many times have I told you that, Dawn?
That's
If
true.
you want investments, you invest in whatever you eat, roll, drink, or smoke.
Yeah, you hear that a
Wise.
lot. Always do invest in what you use.
I need a wine stock.
Open a double.
I had one of them, but they went bankrupt. All right, and here's one last one for the kiddos. Hold on, let me put
Okay,
the
so
right
that's
hand.
big. Hold on, I'm gonna look at these with us real quick. So this one's big. Yep, nice uptrend. Okay, all right.
Now,
See,
here's another one.
maybe-
Here's another one that I've played in the past. It's been very, very good to me. They have earnings July 30th. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Bravo Papa.
BP, yeah.
Yes. How many times
BP's
you pull
good.
into a BP gas station?
I used to play BP quite a bit,
I
actually.
used to work there.
Now
There you go.
they have their, I did too years ago. They have their earnings coming up, and I'm not saying anything, but just take a look at the option price.
All right, Benny. Will do.
You know, I don't want to get yelled at
All right.
or told that it's trash.
Nuggets.
He's
You know-
dropping those nuggets. All right.
The Nuggets
Let's-
don't all have to be winners, but as long as enough of them are good.
Yeah.
Well, look, what I gave you tonight, it is good for small, medium, and large accounts.
Yeah.
That's all three bases have been covered here this evening.
Look at MHK. Look at that. Where the 9 is. Holy
Christy
shit.
said Vinny's list sounds like a movie.
Yeah,
was that
Vinny's
movie?
List. That's a good name, Vinny's List.
Right?
You heard of Craigslist? We got Vinny's List.
And there you have it.
Watch list with all of any stuff.
So tomorrow evening show, I want to hear back from everybody how they made out on those 4 stocks.
All right, we'll do.
All right, and if you're in our group, make sure you put it in the P&L. That would be great.
Okay.
Okay.
Tupperware had a roller coaster ride.
And I got another one, but I can't release that one for a week, Dawn. I'm working on it. I can't release that one yet. I've been working a week on that.
You're working on it. What are you doing? Charting it out and watching.
I'm charting it out. I'm watching the movements. See if she takes, rattle, and rolls. But
well, see, I like that because at least you take the time to do stuff like that before you recommend stuff. So that's pretty cool.
Well, you got to.
Tax or investment advice, ladies and gentlemen,
right.
Strictly for educational purposes only.
Right.
But yeah, at least you take the time to comb through it before you kind of spit stuff out there. So that's really cool. Thank you.
You have to. Yeah. That's the only way to do it correctly.
Bye, you guys.
I think you guys are going to like it. I want to see how it runs. I want to see how it runs through these earnings with the other bag that's inside of this. I want to see how it runs through August.
Yeah.
So we might have
enough where I get sucked into the cesspool of knowledge.
Yeah. What's that?
I'm just kind of scratching at the surface like a rat right now, where I'm just scratching, just trying to get my little bites. I can't wait till I'm here long enough where I can like.
Here's what you do, Ange. Here's what you do. When you get off with us, I want you to walk around your house, go to your pantry, go to your refrigerator, and think of everyday uses things that you use every day, from perfume to cologne to shampoo to clothing, food, gasoline. Think about everything that you use on a daily basis.
Ready.
Johnson & Johnson's another one.
That's a big one. Procter & Gamble, Kimberly Clark. Every time you sneeze and blow your nose, that's Kimberly Clark. Do you know that? Every time you sneeze. Right? Yep.
Kellogg's.
And if you're in the medical field, every time you put on that paper suit, that's Kimberly Clark. It's a big, broad horizon of stocks out there. There's not just 7.
Yeah, I never think of that, right? Like, I don't know, every day is an evolution of the day before, right? So, like I said, I'm still scratching that surface, that very surface area and stuff. So I am super excited to like dig in. Like, I can't wait for school to start so that I've got more time to like dive
Do you know who sells the book bags that you buy?
No.
Yeah,
I don't know shit.
That's an investment right there. If your kid uses it and he or she goes to school and everybody else has the same one, you need to look up that manufacturer, who that distributor is of that product. That's how you learn different investment ideas.
Carnival shoes. They handle Puma.
Yes.
There's a ton of shoe manufacturers within that one umbrella. That's another good one.
Look at her head just smoldering. All that knowledge getting burnt right through her brain. Look at her. I can see the ideas and smoke just filtering out of her ears.
Hot stock picks will be a thing of the past. She'll be on to all kinds of stuff.
Every stock
and if you invest and play them correctly, you can get a dividend.
Interesting.
On top of what?
All right, investment, Vinny.
Oh, shit. I wonder if Keith just wants me to order pizza.
Domino's? They just had their earnings last week. Hello.
Look at Vinny. You thought you ate, slept, and breathed it.
When they put that whisper thing out, right? Don't just pick all the top stuff. There's nuggets inside of there that people skip over that you can probably afford to buy buy shares, and you can make money at it.
I don't think about that either.
But you're right. You're absolutely right, Vinny, and we're sleeping
Yeah.
it. So yeah,
You're
thank you
sleeping
for
it.
pointing that
You're
out.
half stepping it. If you're going to do it right.
That's right.
Yes.
That's
Thank you,
right.
Vinny.
Yes,
Sure
thank you for
enough.
reminding us of that and giving us nuggets to start with.
And
Yeah.
you could even creep over to Victoriano stock, that little Neo that always plays. That's a good little
That's
nugget.
$5 a stock,
Yeah.
man.
For a small
Yes.
account, that's great, man. That's great. It's absolutely great.
And they're trying to run with Tesla, so they're $5 right now. Neo blows up. We're golden if we get in now.
Remember
You
when
know?
Tesla was $15 just a couple years ago?
Now, see, most people
That's
would do
Neo
Exxon. Most people would do Exxon, but Exxon is a very high price stock. They pay a good dividend, but it's a high price stock for somebody getting started, and they want a stock that pays a dividend. BP.
I started watching Exxon when it was $67. I started playing it. And this was when I first started options. Remember I told you the guy taught me how to do options?
Yep.
Well, I did Apple with him, but I remember just venturing off and just typing in tickers. And I tried Exxon for a while and I made some good money on that. $67 when I was
Now, if you'd have took that money that you made off of the options and flipped it into stocks, girl, you'd be getting a dividend every month. Ain't that a shame?
I used to play Shell with it too because Shell was cheaper.
Yep.
Shell's another good one. When Exxon's running,
Valero.
Shell tends to be running.
Valero is another one. Yep.
Yep.
Broaden your horizon.
All right. Not investment or tax advice, guys. Take this all with a grain of salt. It's just stuff to look at that we like to, help each other out. It's just stuff to look at. Nobody's saying jump in any of this. Just go check it out.
It's a learning. We're teaching. We're learning.
For educational purposes. Go chart it out. Take a look at it. Track it. And see if it's something that, might be feasible for you. Take his advice. Look around your homes and see what products you're using. Verizon, that's enough. See what products you use. Apple.
Your phone service, your cable service, your TV.
Apple, So, yeah.
I would say home stereo, but nobody has a home stereo anymore. It's all Bluetooth.
Right? Yeah, these are
now,
good.
Listen.
Things,
here's something I found years ago. You ever heard of Corningware?
Yes.
Yeah.
The big glass.
Yeah.
Dishes, right?
Did you know that they used to make flat screen TVs? They provided the glass for the flat screen TVs back in the day.
Oh, is that right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Corningware, Tupperware, Vinny.
Hey, it's a money making thing everywhere. You just gotta look.
Products.
Look, don't make me break this out. You see what this is? This is my little magnifying glass, so I can look for the next good investment.
Wait a minute, hold up, Vinny. I gotta do it. Let me get.
All right, come on. Come on, I'll let you. Come on. I spy with my little eye.
Vinny.
Yes.
Oh, man.
It's good stuff. Right here at ABT.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'm going to go ahead and end tonight's session with Coach's Rules, as I normally do. Thank you for being here, everybody. I love you all. This has been an amazing show. Callie, you are in our prayers, sweetheart. You go get some rest and stay strong. Keep your mind strong and keep your heart full. Okay? We love you and we're with you. Okay? You can get through this. But yeah, it's been an amazing day. David Yanez, shout out to you, brother. That was a stellar class, and I can't wait to watch the replay of that and see what I missed towards the end there. Anybody have anything they want to add before we get off?
Go look for the next investment.
Uncle Vinny says, go look for those investments, guys. Look in your closets. Look in your
and bring your magnifying glass so you can see it.
Look everywhere. Find those products and invest.
Look at your tires. Look at your muffler. There's investments everywhere.
That's good advice, Vinny. It really is.
Everywhere.
Yep.
F2. F2, are you taking all this in, brother?
Yes, sir. I actually have notes right here.
Oh, there you
I'll,
go. There you
He's
go.
a
Journal.
He's a
Yes,
note
sir.
taker. He listens.
That's right.
Victoriano
Always
has
by our side. Always by our side.
What'd you say, Victoriano?
Yeah, I was just gonna say that the beauty of ADT, the whole community, is that we all learn from each other, and that's
Yes.
just the most beautiful thing to watch it live, like today. Thank you, Vinny,
You're welcome, buddy.
Yeah, that's
and
awesome.
everybody on the panel.
Yep.
Thank you for being here.
absolutely.
Yeah. All right. Everybody down there in the chat, I love you guys. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for your questions. Thank you for answering each other's questions and coming to the aftermarket and always being a part of it and making it special. So peace out, peace and blessings. I'll see you guys at
Peace and
4 o'clock
blessings, y'all.
a.m.
Good night, everybody.
Night.
Good night.
Yeah. Hey. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Never lose more than 1 to 3% ever of your total account value in any given day. Always make sure you have stop losses on each and every single trade, whether it's shares or options. Make sure you guys are practicing base hits. Don't be trying to go for those home runs. Everybody be cool with that. Every once in a while you get the home runs, but that comes back to our other rule. Let the runners run and stop out the losers. All right? So if we're getting hammered on something and it's going against you, just get out of there. If you're new to trading, do not trade in the first 30 minutes of the day or the last hour, ever. And if you are new to trading, do not use real money. You should be using simulated trainers, and you can use them on all sorts of different accounts. TD has them. TradingView, you can do rewinds. There's all sorts of stuff. Don't come in with real money blowing up your account. That is not how you want to learn. I want to make you a stock market trader and not just another call-out chaser.